Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another knife review for you. Today we have the Honey Badger D2 Flipper. This is the medium size. These just came out just a couple weeks ago. If you go to the site westernactive.com, you can get them direct from there. That's where I got this one. And I do have to give them some props that I ordered this Saturday morning and I had it Monday morning, which is pretty freaking awesome. I don't know how close they are to me. Must be pretty close. It was only $3 shipping charge and it was here toot sweet, as one would say. This new model in the D2 is $54. The original that we all loved very much, I have one right here, also in the medium size, was $34. The big change is obviously, as the name would indicate, D2 steel instead of HCR 13 MOV wah, wah, steel. The original Honey Badger, a lot of us really, really loved it. The only thing we didn't like was the steel, and they've changed it. Can't complain about that. Also, a big change you'll see is no forward finger choil. We'll talk a lot more about that, and we'll kind of compare these more a little bit at the end. I'll try to avoid comparing them as the review goes on, but who knows, maybe I will. The action on these things are amazing. The prices on them are really good, and they've definitely upped some stuff. I really like the new graphics and the new look. I like the little Honey Badger thing on the blade. If you just hate billboarding, fine, but I think it looks all right. All it says is just D2 on the other side. The original said HCR 13 MOV, which why would you brag about that? But they had it all the way across the thing. Some little changes in the pocket clip also. It says Honey Badger now. There's no more mention of Ultratech anywhere that I can find. I don't know what happened there, but Ultratech used to be kind of their U.S. whatever. Now you just get them straight through Western Active, and as I said, you can get them very, very fast. Their other models are available now on SmokyMountainKnifeworks.com, smkw.com, sorry, on Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Not the D2 version, though. This one I've only seen just on the Western Active site. The new ones, they said this is like a limited, like first batch of them kind of thing, have these red back spacers. Everything is a nylon, FRN, fancy plastic. But they come with the red. The large version only comes in tan with the red. But if you want to change the back spacers, $5. They have like a bunch of them on there. They have like a bunch of different colors and stuff. That's kind of cool. I really do like that. Just a quick, easy upgrade customization thing. $5. Another change is ambidextrous carry now. That's new. The other ones were right hand only. But overall, other than that, the construction's the same, which was good. I don't think anybody really complained about it. Does it feel like an expensive knife in your hand? No, but it's $54. It is significantly more than the original. We'll talk about that more in the conclusions, but it feels like a $54 knife. It feels like it's worth it. It doesn't feel like cheap, but it doesn't feel like a, oh my God, crazy huge bargain. But I really like the looks of it. I do definitely think that getting rid of that choil improved the looks, for sure. This was never a handsome choil with all this jimping and stuff in it. And we'll talk more about it in ergonomics. I don't miss it as much as I thought I would. But yeah, let's do some stats and size comparisons before we get too much farther and get too rambly here. We have an overall length of 7.3 inches, blade length of 3.3 inches, blade thickness of 0.12 inches, and handle thickness of dead on ½ an inch, according to my little calipers, and a weight of 2.94 ounces. So still well below that ratio everybody likes of the blade length to ounce ratio. And it's like, I think I rated the original also. I think the original was like 2.92. So it's just that little bit from adding more metal back into it without the finger choil in there. Now let's do some size comparisons. We'll bring out a different one first. I keep meaning to use this as a standard and I keep forgetting. Against your full size grip. Again, this is the medium size. The larger is just a little bit bigger. See, it's not too much smaller than a full size grip. And we'll put it in our Spyderco sandwich, which I think will be a very good comparison. We have your Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and your Spyderco Para 3. This happens to be the lightweight, but they're the same size. So you can see it's kind of between the sizes, much closer in size to the Para 3 than the PM2. I've got the Para 3 off the camera a little bit there. Sorry about that. Yeah. So let's keep going with this thing. The blade on it, as I said, they made the big change to D2. I think that's a great change. I know some people are getting kind of tired of D2, but it is a good budget steel. It's not bad at all. I think it's a good choice. It is about 24 thousandths behind the edge, so it's not super like slim, slicey, crazy Civivi style behind the edge, but it's not bad at all. It's a full flat grind, not a terribly thick blade stock. It slices really well. Great edge out of the box, I have to say. Phone book paper like nothing. It was very, very sharp out of the box. Definitely not one you have to immediately sharpen as soon as you get it. Pretty good tip on it. Really like the blade on this. I always like the blade on the original, and this one is just, now it's better steel, so it's just even better. Ergonomically, I really thought I was gonna miss this front finger choil. I really did. Because I like to choke up, and that's kind of the way I like to use this. But this front finger choil always made me just a little bit nervous on these, because as you can see, it's very toothy up there. You know, it's very sharp. I never cut myself on it, but I always kind of wondered if I was gonna. And I just don't miss it on this at all. Like, the jimping up here on top of the blade is so good. That's another thing I liked about the original too, and it's just, it fits in my hand really well, and it's not big enough that I really feel like I have to choke up, and I can get all 4 fingers on here no problem whatsoever without having to choke up. Now, if they made a small version of this, which they don't yet, but since this is called the medium and there's one called the large, you assume a small is coming. That I might want to choke up on. So we'll see if that one has a choil or not. That one I could see maybe the handle's going to be short enough that I would want to be able to choke up just to get all 4 fingers on it. But in this current form, I really like it. You can feel the pocket clip just a bit, but not really. This may be the only advantage to that choil on the medium, is when you moved up, you were way away from the pocket clip. I can kind of feel just right here, just a little bit. I can feel it. I would not call it a hot spot, but you can kind of feel it. So not a big deal there. As far as the carry goes, I'll whip this out. Ye old Wranglers. Slides in and out very, very easy. I'll show you why here in just a second. I'm saying that more to remind myself than to tell you. It does have a bit of flipper tab sticking out, but you can still get your hands past it fine. You can feel it, touches your pinky, but it's nothing sharp, nothing like that. You know, it's nothing really bothersome. It is not a pocket dominator. It slides in and out easy, as I said. It's lightweight. It's pretty nice to carry. It's not bad at all. I will say one of the reasons why it slides into the pocket so well is on a budget knife like this, recessed screws. And they had that on the OG too. If you go and get that, not quite as perfectly flush as these, but still they were recessed. But these are totally, completely flush. And as I said, it is right hand, left hand carry, which is very nice. Yeah, it's a really nice knife to carry. And this FRN is pretty good. It doesn't feel, you know, the texture on it isn't, I wouldn't say it feels like the best FRN in the world, or nylon, plastic, whatever you want to call it, but it's pretty good. It's a kind of middle of the road, which is $54, kind of what you'd expect. On the original, yeah, same thing. I did say that, and I do kind of wish it, but it's not a problem. They put the Honey Badger on the logo on the one side. I kind of wish it was on both sides, just to make it even that much smoother going in and out of the pocket. But, you know, it's a tiny little nitpick, because this isn't a problem. It's just something you think, well, they could have done it, and they didn't. You know what I mean? As far as the action goes, that's why all of us reviewers rave about the Honey Badger, because it's so good. I mean, detent is absolutely freaking perfect. Can't shake it out. Rockets out any way you choose to deploy it. The hole on here is very well sized. You can spidey flick it, thumb flick it, anything you want, and it is very drop shutty for such a small, thin blade. Well, not that small, but medium-sized thin blade. I've done nothing to this. This is how it came out of the box. I have not turned a screw on this thing, and it's super awesome. This will just compare to the original Honey Badger. I have taken this apart and have, you know, lubed it up and stuff, and it's about the same, maybe not even quite as good as this new one. So they have made some improvements in that area, I think, whether it's detent or something. This feels even smoother than the original one. And yeah, lockup's very, very good. Super easy to access that lock bar. I just have zero flaws in the action on this thing. Just for $54, wow. It's just fantastic. And that's kind of my conclusion, is it is a big jump in price from $34 to $54. But I kind of think it's worth it, because the original one was a knife that we all said the action and the design deserved more as far as blade steel, and we got it. And it's not just a blade steel change. They got rid of the finger choil, which now that I've used it, I kind of agree with that decision. I didn't think I was going to, but I do kind of agree with the decision to get rid of it. Look at you gain half an inch of cutting edge. So that's really nice. Ambidextrous carry, a couple little graphics things that are good, and the action that was awesome on the original Honey Badger, I think, at least on this particular example, is even better. When I'm judging these two side by side, I've messed with this one, I haven't messed with this one, and out of the box, I think this one's still slightly better than the one that I've really broken in and I've messed with. So once I mess with this, it may get even better. This is definitely one that's not going away. You're definitely going to see a long-term review of this. And also you get cool stuff. They've really upgraded their packaging too. There's a really nice box. It's got a magnet enclosure on it, like a fancy knife. Get your little 15% off coupon, all the information, and nice little cutout foam, little tool to work on it with. You get lots of really cool stuff that just makes you feel like you spend a lot. Giant Honey Badger sticker. It's I think this one actually may make my car. I may put this on my car, because because people don't know it's a knife sticker and it just looks cool. People will just think you're making a YouTube Honey Badger video reference. But yeah, I'm $54. I think it's complete. I think the large is $59. Obviously it's a little bit bigger, more materials, blah blah blah. Yeah, very very happy with this. And on the original one, I bought the medium and I was happy with that. I wasn't gonna get any other sizes. I think this one I may, whenever a small comes out, I may jump on that also. So there will be a link directly to go buy this particular one down below. If you just go up and hit D2, you can see the other one as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, found it informative. Very big improvement on just a good knife in the first place. Oh, and a little side note, so happy that Western Active shipped it so fast. They don't know who I am. I just bought it normal full price and they sent it. Buying these on Amazon, if you lived in some states, was a freaking pain in the ass. That was the best way to get them before Smoky Mountain Knife Works picked them up, and Western Active kind of improved their website and stuff, because Amazon thinks that flipper knives, anything with a flipper tab, is illegal in a whole lot of states where it is not illegal. So another upshot too, they're much easier to get now. So hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've been Brian. Have a good one.